Three card pull. Thanksgiving. And the number 9 green. It's the first. Today is October 1st as I'm filming this. 2025, if you wanted to know. So, Thanksgiving is around the corner, which is ironic. Anyways, it's okay and grand to be smart, intuitive, discerning, goofy, approachable, and harmonious. So I'm getting, okay, with this, Thanksgiving's coming up. The number 9 is completion, and green is kind of like I'm seeing go. I'm seeing go or eat healthy that day. But also, somebody might be seeing their family that they haven't seen in a while, and it's okay to go, but also use your intuition and be discerning on if you truly want to go. The closer you get to it, and know at least 3 days before for sure if you're gonna go or not. But if life and other things really try to get you to not go and meet up with your family or friends giving or whatnot, then maybe it's time for you to stay with yourself or whoever you're closest to and have Thanksgiving like that, because this is the year of 9, so that's also completion. So maybe there's gonna be if you do go see your family because life gave you that door to open to go see them, then you might be learning about things that'll complete things from your past, but also remain goofy and approachable and harmonious with yourself, with the people closest to you, and with the family members you haven't seen in a while, and friends that you haven't seen in a while. That's all I have for you right now. But you can go if you want, eat some greens while you're there or on that day in general, and be smart, intuitive, discerning, goofy, approachable, and harmonious. And that's your 3 card pull.
Good morning. Why do trees let go or release their leaves during fall season?
Nature's most elegant processes. Here's how it happens, step by step. How 1. The tree decides to seal off the leaf. When the tree senses fall coming, shorter days, cooler air, it begins forming a thin layer of specialized cells right where the leaf stem connects to the branch. This is called the abscission layer. Think of it as a tiny built-in breakpoint. 2. Nutrients get pulled back in. Before cutting the leaf loose, the tree recycles what it can. It draws sugars, nitrogen, and other nutrients from the leaf into the branches and roots. That's the tree's way of saving energy and resources for the winter when it can't make food from sunlight anymore. 3. The seal forms. As nutrients leave, the abscission layer hardens like a wall, blocking water and nutrients from going back into the leaf. The cells weaken where the leaf is attached. Eventually, wind, rain, or gravity breaks the last few fibers, and the leaf falls gently away. Now, 4. The scar protects the tree. Once the leaf drops, the tree instantly seals off that tiny scar with a waterproof layer, a bit like closing a wound, to keep out bacteria and winter moisture. It's basically a perfect system of timing, sunlight and temperature, recycling, nutrient pullback, self-protection, sealed scars. The cool part? Every tree species has its own timing and rhythm. Some hold on to leaves until deep winter, like oaks and beeches, while others drop them all at once. Would you like me to describe what makes some leaves turn red or purple?
Now we learn why the colors change of the leaves for fall.
Because those reds, purples, and golds aren't just for show. They're little chemical stories happening inside each leaf. Here's what gives us those breathtaking fall shades. Yellows and golds, carotenoids. These pigments are always in the leaf, even in summer. They help capture sunlight for photosynthesis, but they're hidden behind all that green chlorophyll. When the green fades in fall, the carotenoids finally shine through, giving the leaf its golden or lemon color, like birches, aspens, and maples. Oranges, mix of carotenoids and leftover chlorophyll. Some trees, like sugar maples, show orange because the yellow carotenoids and a bit of fading green chlorophyll blend together, like mixing paint on a palette. Reds and purples, anthocyanins. Here's where it gets cool. These pigments aren't sitting there all year. They're made new in fall. As sugars get trapped in the leaf because the tree's sealing it off, sunlight and cool nights trigger the leaf to create anthocyanins. These give deep reds, purples, and crimsons. Think red maples or sumacs. Scientists believe anthocyanins might protect the leaf from sun damage as it breaks down, or help the tree pull back nutrients more efficiently by slowing leaf decay. Browns. Tannins. When everything else breaks down, what's left behind are tannins. Bitter compounds also found in tea and bark. That's why oaks and some other trees turn brown. It's the skeleton color of what remains. Bonus, why some years are more colorful. Sunny days, cool nights, brighter reds and purples. Cloudy or warm falls, duller, more yellow-brown tones. Drought or early frost, quicker, less vivid color. So each leaf is like a natural canvas mixing pigments, sunlight, and chemistry, all guided by the season's rhythm. Would you like...
Lastly, we learn why evergreen trees like pine and spruce don't lose their needles in fall.
Flips. While most trees let their leaves go in fall, evergreens, like pine, spruce, fir, and cedar, keep theirs year-round. And there's a brilliant reason for it. Let's unpack why. One, their leaves are really needles. Evergreen needles aren't like soft, broad leaves. They're tough, narrow, and waxy. Each needle has a thick outer coating, called a cuticle, that helps lock in water. Inside, the cells are packed tightly and have antifreeze-like sap, so they don't burst in freezing weather. This design means they lose very little water, even in the cold, dry winter air. Asher 2. They're built for year-round photosynthesis. Because they don't shed leaves, evergreens can keep making a bit of food during warm, sunny winter days. They don't need to start from scratch every spring. Their needles are already in place, ready to go when sunlight returns. They still shed, just slowly. Evergreens do lose old needles, but not all at once, like deciduous trees. Each needle lasts about 2 to 10 years, depending on the species. The tree quietly replaces them over time, so it always stays green. 4. It's a survival strategy. In harsh, cold, or dry environments, like mountain forests or northern regions, dropping leaves each winter would waste too much energy. By staying evergreen, they save nutrients, avoid water loss, and stay ready to photosynthesize as soon as conditions allow. So where broadleaf trees follow a seasonal rhythm, grow, rest, regrow, evergreens play the long game, stay lean, conserve, and endure.
And that's your facts. And that's your 5-minute focus. Or more.
So, you can be somebody's angel in this lifetime, and then when they pass, they become your angel. I say this because I'm watching a movie called The Sixth Man, and how I see it was the little brother was his older brother's angel on the basketball court, and the older brother passes away while doing something he loves and transforms into his little brother's angel. So they were both each other's angels realistically, but one became an angel and guide once he passed away for his younger sibling. And that's all I have for you.
Quick analogy. You have your super malls, your malls that you go to, right? You never meet the creator of the actual structure of the mall, correct? Correct. Unless you're part of their family or whatnot. So you have the person that comes up with the idea. They have the construction crew build. And then they have merchants that come, and their gift, the merchant's gift back to the mall owner, is paying them homage with money, or honoring them with money, and usually keeping them clean. So what I'm saying is, in a way, God is the one who created the malls, the structure of the malls, and the construction workers are the angels. And the merchants are basically us who give back to God. So you are your own store in a way, and you taking care of yourself and showing homage and praise to God, who you will probably never see or never truly meet, but you know that they are trying. God is keeping the roof over your head, keeping your store, your body, intact, letting you still be in that earthly realm. That's it. It was a quick analogy. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, ask questions, leave a comment. All right, and that's all I have for you.
Quick message. You are somebody's type, and somebody prayed to be with you, but you're with somebody else who also prayed to be with someone like you. So someone prayed to actually be with you, and somebody prayed to be with somebody like you, and you entered their life and they got you. And I just found that funny. Like, say you're an older person, like 21 and up, and you had people in your high school years or whatever years who had crushes on you and wanted you so bad, but you end up with somebody that never went to your school or whatnot, or you never worked with, and they see you out in public with this other person that they've never seen before in their life, and they might get this feeling of, wow, it's not fair, because how did they get you? But we don't even have to say that. We could just be like you and a coworker. A coworker has a crush on you, and but you're in a relationship, or you find a new relationship and they find out, and they're just like, wow, y'all just weren't in alignment in that way. And who knows, maybe y'all will be in the future, but at the same time, that's for their hopes, not for your hopes, because I would hope you would be rooting for your own relationship to work out in reality. So it just came across my mind, like, sometimes when you go out and you see other people, your partner goes to a specific place consistently without you, and then you show up at that place, and the workers there look at your partner, and then they look at you and they're like, when did this happen? Because they have a crush or had a crush on your partner, and now they're like, well, obviously you're taken now. But I don't know, because some people move where they see you have a partner and they either go harder or they respect it. And when I say go harder, I mean they either try to mess up that relationship, or they will respect the relationship and be like, okay, let me move on to somebody else who I actually am aligned with. So just a random message I was thinking about. There's no context to it. Just, sometimes you like somebody and they're not meant for you, and sometimes they are meant for you, and sometimes they're meant for somebody else at that moment in time, in that chapter of both of their lives, and you're just supposed to be the person who fawns over that crush you have, or they're supposed to fawn over you and have a crush on you, but you move accordingly to what aligns with your highest good. But don't mess up anything. Always ask what direction you should move in. And if it hurts anybody, like, that's actually closest to you and not just crushing on you, obviously you shouldn't, just think about it. Have discernment. Be smart about your choices. Okay, that's it.
Quick message. Sometimes you're mad or depressed, not because you don't have money, but because you're not using the talents you're gifted, because you aren't, or you're procrastinating while trying to figure out your talents. And sometimes you know your talents, but you still choose to procrastinate. And instead of using what you know and building on top of that, taking seeds to help flourish more, you could just be holding on to that talent in fear of rejection, or in fear of you won't receive any gifts, you won't receive anything further than that. But in reality, as long as you use your talents and plant and nourish yourself, nourish your gifts, everything will flow in gracefully. Everything will grow into what it needs to grow into.
Some people will look at the mess you have, and because you want to tidy up your mess, they'll look over at yours and say, hey, that's no fair. I have more mess. I have more of a mess than you do. Now I want to put my mess and your mess so you can clean it up for me. Remember, don't give in. Clean up your mess and get away from the people who want you to be in their mess.